addressed the media in the media center today. It was a little bit of a somber mood when everyone was able to be seated in front of Dale Earnhardt Jr. after they had heard that news.
And this paint scheme was the paint scheme Dale Jr.
Race is starting an hour earlier than in the past, and look right here, the sun, the vision getting into turn 3. We already talk about how difficult this track is. Now, one more thing these drivers are going to have to fight as they climb the banking into turn 3 is that sun. It doesn't set until 7:41 this evening.
And you go from...
His crew chief told me that night, Chase called him to talk it over, and he said, okay, now we're done, and let's get over it. Rear view mirror, we're going to Darlington. He believes Chase can win here tonight. He'll have to get some grip in that car and some...
The King, and that race, the Daytona 500, when he was able to win the Daytona 500 back in 1979, what an incredible win, and really put NASCAR on the map. Right.
Box angle, the fair, and that's what makes it so great, Dale.
Yeah, it does. And we see Kevin Harvick. Y'all talked about him being back in traffic. How good would he be? I think what we're going to see is very patient. He knows he's got a good race.
Martin Truex could be a major player in this race before it's over. They were very optimistic when we chatted with them this morning that they have this one. Well, right now, Edwards is a major function again in this race. He won it a year ago. Can he win it again now? Let's listen to him on the radio a few moments ago. Back to the lead. Keselowski there and Harvick. Think, Dale?
Absolutely. He reminds me so much watching him of his dad, Bill, racing. Of course, Bill, a Hall of Famer and winner here of $1 million and winning that win.
Teammate coming down pit road. They said the car's a little bit too free, and on exit, that's where it's really hurting me. So need better drive off the corner. You see Kyle Larson speeding out of his pit stop.
That's a big vibration when it's vibrating bad enough to push the brake pads away from the rotor.
Eric Almirola currently 22nd. Scored 2 laps down.
Don't take getting down himself as being weak or not strong. It's actually a sign of strength. I admire him for doing it.
His maturity is definitely well beyond his years as we look at the chase bubble on the left side of the screen. And again, the 24 looked like a veteran on such a historic racetrack that's so difficult for so many.
But he found that comfort here right away, Rick. Remember his first Xfinity start.
Welcome back to the Southern 500. He's getting a little tighter. Active drivers that have done that. Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, Tony Stewart, Kyle Busch, and Matt Kenseth all have gone over 10,000 laps led, and now Kevin Harvick puts his name on that list as well.
Seems like a pretty good list to be on right there.
Great exit off 2.
A week ago, it was Chase Elliott's race to win and ended up not having the restart then slip away from him. Got out of his fingers. Now he's in an opportunity where he could take away the lead from Denny Hamlin, a veteran, a winner at this racetrack.
Not with Jeff Gordon behind the wheel, but Chase Elliott.
The youth of the sport, Chase Elliott. Again, just numerous times a winner of the Southern 500.
Caution's out,
And the caution has come out once again.
And right now, it's looking like a very smart move.
We've seen Harvick run so low through the turns, and once again he does it as he goes through 3 and 4 and back to the front stretch.
And this is where it could be a really big advantage as you approach turn 1. He's going to run lower. He heard the car bottom out. He's going to run lower. So Kenseth get loose, open up the opportunity. Harvick smartly says now's not the time. He knows that it gets very tight off of turn 2. Did not take advantage. He knows he has a faster car. No need to again looser and looser and looser because the rear tires weren't working well. So let's see if they've made their car better on long runs.
And one other thing that I will remind you as we take a look at the Chase bubble drivers, guys that need a good points night. Chase Elliott, Jamie McMurray, Austin Dillon, Ryan Newman, Casey Kane. Chase Elliott, Jamie McMurray running 4th and 5th. Kyle Larson out front. Martin Truex Jr. running 2nd. Denny Hamlin 3rd. Chase Elliott.
Hit the racetrack. This is not a smooth racetrack. It's a rough racetrack. Banking, very rough. Listen.
Chase Elliott with a run. almost indicative of what you said about the start of this race, Jeff, when you said the track changes so much. One guy might be great on one run, and then the very next run, he may struggle. As we see a good run.
It's hard to pull this pass off. We've seen it all night long, and that outside gets a good run coming off of turn 4.
They rocket down the backstretch and into 3. Both just clipping that
strategy, using older tires. Remember, he's on older tires than Martin Truex and holding him off for the lead.
And what have we said numerous times about Ryan Newman? He's one of the first and second.
Oh,
a great run. Great run by Kevin Harvick, but Ryan Newman making it tough. Down the back. Kevin Harvick was out front for 214 laps, and now with just a pass him. And that's what Kevin Harvick's trying to do. Get to that back bumper.
I honestly think this is what Kevin Harvick wants to see. He wants to see Martin Truex move up